Kitkatscanread.
Hello everybody, today is Monday, it's the start of a new weekly vlog and it's 3:25 currently. The weather is beautiful again, the sun is shining. I've done quite a lot of things today. I drove to the vet to have the cats weighed. Who would have thought that I would have driven like crazy, but then I discovered that the indicator wasn't working on my car. So I phoned up my garage and explained it to them, and they said to drive it down to just get it checked out. We've been to them for years, so they've been pretty good with us. They managed to slot me in just to have it looked at, and then I got a phone call literally about an hour later saying that I'm going to need a new switch indicator, so they have to order the part, and then they'll call me when they've got the part in, and then I can book in from then. I've had a phone call from the doctor today about how I'm doing and the next step forward. Basically the doctor was like, I'll sign you off the next 2 weeks, but obviously it depends how you feel. And I was like, well, I was kind of thinking maybe 1 week, because I'm getting that much better. The fact that I drove today is pretty, good really. I didn't really mention that I'd driven just in case I'm advised not to, so I was just yeah, I'm just doing more and more things each day, and I feel maybe another week would be pretty good, and then I can go into a phase return. And the doctor agreed with that. He just said, yeah, see how you feel by the end of the week. I have another footnote to cover this week, so I send that off to my work. And then I had a phone call from my work a few hours later, basically checking how I am, and obviously because I'm still under probation, but the fact that I've not been there for the past nearly 2 months, I will have to have my probation extended. And I said that's perfectly fine, because obviously I've not been there, so how can you judge how my work's going when I've not been there? Obviously it's not going very well. Sorry, your work's not going very well because your attendance is non-existent. So yeah, but we had a good chat about that, because they weren't quite sure if I was going in the direction of maybe not returning to work. And obviously they want to know if I've got intentions of returning, so it's quite sweet actually. Quite nice, and nice sentimental sort of feeling. I was oh, honestly I do want to go back to work. Literally, if I wasn't feeling this strange lightheadedness, where I'm struggling to focus, I would, I'd be there sort of thing. I'd be phase returning this week. But yeah, they suggested obviously when I'm feeling a bit more better and obviously able to drive and focus a bit more than not on myself, then I can do 2 shifts a week to start with. So the first week with 2 shifts, and then see how I go, and then maybe 3 shifts, whatever. Because they said obviously returning full whack, they don't want me to fall flat on my back, and I said yeah, that's perfectly fine, because that's kind of what me and the doctor have been saying as well. So fingers crossed this is the last week off, and then I can actually return to work slowly and gradually. Obviously I'm still feeling exactly the same as I did yesterday, but the fact that I just sat in the car and I was determined to drive, because I didn't want to let the vet thing down. I was just you know what, I'm just gonna have to do it, but really focus on driving. The fact that I drove my car to the vet's, which is only just up the road, and then drove my car to the garage, which is the next village over, that's quite a big achievement for this, which is crazy. I'm feeling quite exhausted now though. I do have a big headache. I have taken some paracetamol, and I think the headache is purely just because of the amount of focus I've done on today's driving. It's been so big. So I sat on a bench literally up the road from where my garage was, whilst I was waiting for my car. I was oh my goodness, I have no idea how long they're gonna take to do this, but luckily I think they know that because I live in Ringwood and because we're under lockdown and because I can't go to my nan's, they know that I am waiting nearby, so they are pretty good, and they saw my car within the hour. Yeah, so unfortunately my car will need a new part. I've spoken to my nan, she has offered to help pay for that, just because obviously I've not been in work. and you know, when I get funds and back to work and stuff, I'll end up eventually paying her back, sort of thing, like when everything's sorted with money and stuff. She probably won't accept it, but like still I want to have like the aim to be able to get funds back in, because I want to like obviously be responsible for my own payments and stuff. So it is unfortunate, and I had to ask my nan to do my food shopping again. I was just like, my indicator isn't working on my car. I don't really feel safe driving my car with the indicator. It was horrible just driving it like to and from the garage, really. I'm literally one of those people that like everybody hates, like, why don't you indicate? Because I can't. So so yeah, that's happened with my car. So it's typical, like I get in a car and I go to drive and then I have something go wrong with it. But I did have a switch go on a previous car of mine, like my Ford KA, the switch went on it and that had to be replaced. I can't remember how much that cost though, including labour, so I don't really know, but it's probably going to be maybe just under 100 or something, because it's the part and it's the labour that obviously costs more than the part sometimes. So yeah, we shall see how much that will come to. I was reading earlier, I was finishing the chapter that I was on in Clockwork Princess, because I started this last night, and I am now on chapter 3. I'm really enjoying this book, like so much, and I have been physically reading it too, which is another achievement too. Page 53, chapter 3. Such a good book so far, like oh my goodness, it's so good. I am slowly steadily going into it though, because I have been told that it will rip me apart, so I'm getting the feeling that someone like a big character in it is gonna die, so I am just like getting myself ready for it. But I'm already getting emotions just like with all the characters again. Obviously it's the finale of the trilogy, so oh my goodness, I'm finishing a trilogy. What's going on with Katie? So I've been reading that. I did read some of A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas yesterday as well. I'm on at chapter 16, page 157. So I've made a chunk through that as well, but I didn't really read a lot yesterday. So that is where I'm at with The Court of Mist and Fury. I haven't started Siege and Storm yet. I do kind of want to, because I want to catch up with all the Grisha books before the Netflix show in April. So we shall see with that. I don't know whether to like finish one of these first and then I can go on to Siege and Storm after that. I just know that these are the series that I want to read at the moment, and like just go through all of the books in the series. And yeah, I've got a delivery that's going to be hopefully coming tomorrow, because I had an email saying it's going to be delivered tomorrow, and that is for some more plastic boxes, because I'm planning on boxing all the books up into boxes. But these ones I'll be able to do because these bookshelves are literally at the front end of the actual shed, so I'll be able to access them. So I've got like my little shelf that I had in my previous flat, that will all fit in one box, and then I've got like the shelf behind as well, but I can access that now, and also the little mini shelves along the top, and the reread shelf, and then the old book shelf. I ordered another 10 boxes. I was like, another 10 should be enough, because believe it or not, those books soon fill up those boxes. So yes, I've ordered some boxes. Even if I end up with some spares, they will come in handy for when we do move. Onwards and upwards with everything. It's all exciting. At least with the boxes, it does give me something to do this week as well. And it's also like pushing my lungs a bit more, because I want to strengthen my lungs. The more that I sort of do things, the more my lungs are being used. And you know, going outside as well, it's getting fresh air and that. Like I just want to build my strength up like back to normal. Because I hate being like weak, I hate being like, I feel like I'm being pathetic sort of thing, so I just want to get myself back to normal again. Fingers crossed. I'm loving having my TBR cart in here actually. Like it was just sat in the shed, just sat there, and I rarely used it, and it was near a section of the wood that had a hole in it. And unfortunately, a couple of books that were on the TBR cart did get a bit weathered, one was an Assassin's Creed book, but it was like covered in mold and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god. I just can't wait to get a new shed. Just this one's just so old. It's so old that I can probably like break it with my foot. Like, that's how old it is. So yeah, the weather's really, really nice. I'll try and like show you the weather somehow. Like, there you go, you can see a bit of sun there just blasting through. I managed to groom the cats today. Managed to give them a groom. Had a cat grooming brush. Gave them a groom. So their fur is so silky. Nutmeg's fur, she had so much like fluff, of like dead fluff underneath her fur. Like, got like a big pile of fur, like fur of her. And then DeLuna as well, she had a little bit of fur, but their coats are so shiny now. And I had this like toothpaste kit as well that I got like a few months back when I was reading about cats. And it was that cats of like what cats want or something like that. And it mentioned about brushing their teeth because when they eat, I think it is wet food, they build up plaque on their teeth and their gums, and also stinky breath. So I got this like cat toothpaste kit. It comes with like the toothbrush, a little finger brush and the toothpaste. And today I like applied a little bit of it on their teeth, and they kind of like licked it and they sort of seemed to like it. So then I was like, okay, let's give it a try with this like brush. So I gave it a little try, went over their gums and their teeth, and they sort of like, they weren't too bad with it really, like they weren't as bad as I thought they'd be. But yeah, I managed to get their teeth done. So that's good, it's good. Because it says to do it like once a day. So hopefully I can try and get into a rhythm of like sorting their teeth out. So that'd be cool. Yeah, so quite a productive day. Everything has happened today that should really happen. Like, you know, I've had the doctor call, contact with work, I've, you know, been to the vets, I've even sorted my car sort of thing, and I phoned up my nan, sorted out my shopping for tomorrow. So very productive day. So it is 20 to 4. The laundry's nearly dried, so that'll be coming in probably literally within the next 20 minutes anyway. And yeah, I do want to read, but I do have a headache, so I don't know, I'm going to see how I go, because when I was reading outside I had this horrible headache, and like I had to take some paracetamol, and I had to just stop reading because my head was just like ugh. So yeah, I still have got that headache. It's just a little bit more faded, but it is still there, and I think it's just because of probably lack of sleep, because I struggled to sleep last night, kept waking up every 2 hours. So I'm probably just very like tired, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure, probably just the fact that I've done a lot today. It's a lot of pressure on the brain. So yes, it's a very long self-explanatory of what's happened today and yesterday and the plans for the rest of today. I mean, I'm off work this week, so I'm just going to focus on like getting better and like trying to be productive, like with the boxes and everything, and hopefully nice weather. Maybe even at one point I can sit in the garden, like sit out there and read for like an hour or something, just see how I get on with some fresh air. And yeah, we shall see how it goes, but hopefully the weather stays like this, because it's really, really nice, and it would be really, really nice to be able to actually just appreciate the nature a bit in the garden. And yeah, just the fact that we've got nice weather that we're blessed with. So yeah, so I'm just going to read for the rest of the day, possibly watch some BookTube videos, and just relax. So yes, that is the latest update. I will update you guys at some point tomorrow. Hopefully the boxes will arrive tomorrow. They'll arrive at some point this week. My Fairy Loot box, I got an email saying that has been shipped, so that should come this week hopefully. I'm just waiting on a Lumacrate for an email to say that that's been shipped, because that yesterday was saying like confirming address, and I was just like, okay. So I did see on the website that it did say that Friday they'd ship to the UK's, so it might not be like today, maybe it will come like tomorrow or something. I'm not entirely sure if it's been shipped yet, but we shall see. I'm going to give it like this week anyway, because payment has already come out for like March's box and I haven't received February's yet, so it's a bit of a pain, because obviously I wish that there was a bit more of a flow of like, you know, receiving a February box in February and then a March box in March, and at the moment it just seems to be like, you know, they're clashing with each other. Obviously I know things can't be helped because of, you know, one, Brexit, and weather, like some places have had snow and stuff, and also lockdown. So I know that there's loads of things to take into account. As long as I receive it in the end, like, that's all that matters, because at the end of the day I have paid for it. I've paid like nearly £35 for each box, including postage, so fingers crossed, you know, they come. It's the first time I've ever ordered these boxes as well. I'm just a very impatient person when it comes to things like this. I just wanna, you know, if I'm told I'll get it by a certain date, then I'll expect it around that date, you know. Anyways, gonna head off now to probably do some reading, relaxing, whatever, and then I will hopefully speak to you guys tomorrow. Tuesday, it's actually nearly midnight already. I haven't had a chance to vlog today actually. I have mostly been busy watching and finishing Ginny and Georgia, the Netflix TV show. I did finish it in the end. I started it literally like last night. Got quite into it actually. Literally binged it. It's quite a good TV series. It's very fucked up, but quite interesting, and I hope that they renew for season 2, because it does end in a cliffhanger way where you just want to know what's gonna happen next. So yeah, been doing that today, watched some BookTube videos, and then about 4:45 I went on a StreamYard with Emma Novella, and we had Ali and Molly joined, and Ashley and Joe. Yeah, we all had a nice time. I participated in a couple of sprints, and then we had some takeaway come in. I've got to stop takeaways, like really seriously got to start being healthy again, so I need to just be like, nope, that was the last one, just move on, and just no more. Although it was nice, and I found this evening that my taste has come back even more, which is brilliant. It's just, I've just got to say no. So I did some reading of A Court of Mist and Fury today. I am this far through now. I'm like midway through a chapter. But to be honest, I started reading it for the sprints this evening, and then I was just like, I really just want to read Clockwork Princess. So I went back to Clockwork Princess. I'm actually currently reading it now. I'm 100 pages in now. Right here. I'm listening to the audiobook. I swear the audiobook used to be on Scribd, and like now it's not there, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. So luckily I have 3 credits on my Audible to use anyway, so I just bought Clockwork Princess, because it's probably going to be something I'm going to listen to again, let's be completely honest. I love the whole Shadowhunter world. I'm really enjoying Clockwork Princess so far. Today I have been able to focus on reading, which is a good sign as well. I've not been as wobbly, which is really good, so touch wood, it's going well. Had some plastic boxes come today, so tomorrow I'm going to spend the day unpacking the boxes. I'm quite excited to do that, although the weather report says it's going to rain. So I'm not entirely sure about tomorrow with that. It all depends, because sometimes weather can change. Obviously, if it's going to rain all day, I might not be able to go into the shed. It's a bit difficult, really. But if I'll just wait for a day that it's not raining. Then, if that's the case, I just want to get the boxes sorted. You know me, I'm just an impatient person. So, yeah, we'll have to see. If there's a period where it's not raining, I'll get it done and sorted. But unfortunately, if there is a period of raining, then yeah, I have to wait to see if there's a patch where it stops raining tomorrow. But if there's no patches, I'm just gonna have to wait for Thursday. I think it's only meant to rain Wednesday. I think the other days are just meant to be quite cloudy, like 11-12 degrees, which is still quite warm, which is pretty good. Today it's been a strange day. It was cloudy, and then eventually later on the sun came out, so it turned out into a nice day, because the signal was really bad when it was cloudy. Then it got a lot better, like when the sun came out and stuff. So yes, not a lot else has really happened today. My nan dropped off food shopping, which is brilliant. So I've got food for the week. Got loads of melons now, which is brilliant. Got some milk, got some more Nesquik. Oh, hallelujah. Got some fruit juice again. Got some food, like meals. Oh, in my element, definitely. So yeah, just chilled today, which is pretty good. I didn't sleep very well last night and this morning. Had probably about 4.5 hours of sleep. Pretty bad. To be honest, it was my ribs. I just could not for the life of me get comfy. Right now in bed, this is the only position I found where my ribs are okay. I've taken some paracetamol this evening because they are hurting loads. So I've taken some painkillers, and I'm just, I am feeling quite tired, but at the same time I'm really wired to read. So I'm just gonna kind of read until I physically can't read anymore, and then I'm gonna listen to the audiobook, and then I'll put a little sleep timer on, and then I will just fall asleep listening to Clockwork Princess. It's normally my routine. I read until I'm too tired to read, and then I'll listen to audiobook and put a sleep timer on, and then I just eventually doze off. So what I want to do is I need to move the Harry Potter bookcase and signed books boxes. There's about 3 or 4 of them, and I need to move them to the back of the bookshed, because I'm not really going to be accessing them, because they're for the display shelf that's going to go in the house. So they're just sat there just kind of waiting, and then I can number boxes 1 to whatever from then and backwards, if that makes sense. So yeah, I need to clear them all out, and then work my way through taking pictures of all books and stuff, so that I know which boxes the books are in, and so on and so forth. And that way I can be right, this book is in this box, I know where that box is, I can access it, and just go from there, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going back to square one, like I did with the shed in my flat garage, even though they never actually came out of a book, onto a bookshelf. They just remained in boxes. But still, we're going back to boxes. Back to basics, but back to boxes. So that's the aim. And then new shed where there is no issues with flooring or the walls or anything. And yeah, hopefully a nice bigger shed as well, so I can fit the sofa bed in and be able to walk around and have no issues and access all the bookshelves around the actual room. But yeah, obviously I've got to save up for a shed for that, but for now the boxes of books will protect them from any weather issues. So yeah, it's a job for another day anyway. So yes, I'm gonna just go. I just wanted to quickly update you on today. I'm gonna go listen / read to some more Clockwork Princess, and then I will speak to you guys very soon. Today I am in the book shed sorting the books. It's not raining at the moment, it's just really cloudy outside. Had a wash this morning, so I'm just sorting by putting the Harry Potter bookshelf and some books at the back because they go on this shelf right here, which will be going in the new house when it comes to it. So I'm just putting all the boxes there for those, and then any book boxes that I'm not as excited for can sort of go on the back here and then just go across here, and then I'm boxing up this shelf and hopefully the rest of the shelves that are in here. That will be my task. I'm going to do it as I go though. I've already hoovered up a couple of spiders. So yeah, and these were forgotten at the bottom of the white bookshelf. Aaron just forgot to get them out, so I'll find a box to put them in. I'm going to be boxing them up and then taking pictures of them as I box them as well. So yeah, I'm really sort of excited. Hello everybody, today is Wednesday and I'm just here to really quickly update you on how the day's gone. So you would have seen footage from when I was in the book shed. I've literally spent the whole day near enough up to 6 p.m. when it started to get pitch black, to the point that I couldn't do any books anymore. And yeah, it was crazy. So unfortunately I thought that maybe the 10 boxes would do, but sadly they didn't. I literally need probably another 6 or 7 boxes, so I've just ordered another 10. I'm just using my savings for them because the savings are for the book shed, new book shed, but at the moment I need to obviously do the beforehand of it and box them all up first. So yeah, I've been boxing the 10 boxes as well as moving the boxes around. I took the majority of them out, and then I moved the Harry Potter bookshelf / signed books, Twilight books and all of that. I moved those to the far back because that's going to go on the shelf, as I explained in my previous video. And then I started with my adult books because they're the least ones that I read and pick from. So I went from that, and so it starts from 1 and I labelled them all. So we've got adult books 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, and then I went on to, after adult books I went on to, what did I go on to? Was it review books? I think it was standalones, I think. So I went on to standalone paperbacks or review books, I can't really remember, but I went on to one of them, and then after that I went on to my series paperbacks, and then after the series paperbacks I went to hardbacks. I just put in generic boxes, standalones mixed with series, they're just hardbacks. So I've done those, and the boxes that I'm up to are my books before BookTube and books for my first year on BookTube boxes. There's just 3 of them. On my little shelf to the left I've got all of my TBR bowls and stuff, and jars, and then I've had to put some hardbacks on the shelf and some books from my first ever book haul there, because there's just no room, unfortunately. So I've just put them on the shelf for now, so hopefully they'll be all right. It's been raining tonight, so hopefully it doesn't get too damp or anything in there. But yeah, been a productive day. I've just got 2 boxes left to take pictures of, and then they'll be on my phone. I can label them, and then yeah, they'll be in like its own file, so I'll know what book is in what box, and I've labeled them properly as well by like saying, for example, what's in the box. So I've been like, for example, I've been like adult books, paperbacks, box number 1, adult books, paperbacks, series, box number 2, adult books, hardbacks, box number 3, review books, paperbacks, box number 4, you know, like that sort of stuff. So it's all labelled and everything. But yeah, I've just got 2 more boxes to sort, and yeah, and it's just the case of sorting things. I've got my mind sort of in a thought bubble of like, I want to organize things, I want to get things sorted. So like right now I'm just like, okay, let me sort my books first so that they're properly like protected from the weather by being in the boxes, in the plastic boxes, which are really, really good plastic boxes. So obviously when the 10 arrive, which should be probably this week again as well, because I literally buy them and then 2 days later they arrive. So they arrive so fast, it's brilliant. They come with DPD, it's awesome. So then I can box the remaining books, and then I can see what space I've got in the shed for like what I can store in the bedroom, because I've got my stuff to hopefully store some stuff in there for when we do move. But obviously I could just easily move the boxes to one side and put some of my crates in here. I've got like 4 or 5 crates in here of like mixture of like makeup, candles, jewelry, and like body item stuff, earrings and all that sort of, you know. So yeah, to maybe push the boxes to one side to like stack up the crates in there, just see what I can fit in the shed, and then the rest can like go to my nan's. Any sort of like mini furniture can just go in the outhouse. Obviously the fridge freezer will go in the outhouse, and this furniture chair here which we're going to have, and you know, like our TVs sort of thing, and you know, our clothes can go in my car, because obviously we'll be staying possibly at my nan's. I did say to my nan, I said what she can do is she can stay at my aunt's for the week, and then we can be at hers if obviously we still have lockdown rule going on. So yeah, so I've been looking in here and I'm sort of thinking, waiting for a day where like Aaron's not going to be sleeping in bed to actually settle down and sort through in here. Maybe like when Aaron goes to work I could do it between like 8 and 9 or something. I want to basically just sort through the bags, get them all properly organised, and maybe slowly start taking them to my nan's like come end of March, when we can do the household thing, and store it in my nan's garage. Or to be honest, they're really, really light bags, they're not heavy bags. I could just take them to my nan's anyway and she can just put them in the garage and store them somewhere, so we can slowly sort of deal with that. So yeah, it's it'll all be alright in the end. It's just slowly going through things, slowly using things. Like for example, I've got my Dolce Gusto machine, I've not used it in months, and it's just sat here in the bedroom, and I've made a few drinks out of it, but not like a lot, not like I used to at the flat. And I feel like if it was in the kitchen I would be using it quite a lot, and there is a space for it to go, but there's just, you know, cereal boxes, there's just not enough room basically at the moment. So need to go through the kitchen at some point and start bagging things up, boxing things up in the kitchen, like mugs, glasses, plates, bowls that we're not using, and just put those in the outhouse or something, or could take them to my nan's again as well. So yeah, it's just you know, I basically just want to have like 1 carload at my nan's, like, because I don't want to be there, I've got to trek back to my nan's to go back to here to back to my nan's to go back to here sort of thing. Like I want to actually, you know, just be able to like take our stuff, come back over here, and then just like unload it all and unload the sheds. Do you know what I mean? Like I just want it to be just easy as possible. I want it to be a smooth process. Don't want it to be stressful or anything. Like it should be, I don't know, it just should be good, really. But you know, I just need to slowly start going through everything, basically, and you know, going through the bathroom, and yeah, just need to slowly start moving things and getting it all prepared, because it's only 2 months away, and the way this year's going so far, when we're already on the 3rd month, it's going pretty quick, you know. So just got to be extra cautious with things. So I'm just drying the last bit of laundry on the heaters because they were the tiniest bit of damp. So I'm just quickly drying them all. I've washed loads of stuff today. I wanted to start washing all of the sofa blankets, because obviously where both me and Aaron have been on the sofa, it's had all of our germs when we've had COVID, and they've not been washed yet. So I was just like, oh, it was just grossing me out to the point where I was just like, look, I'm recovering now, let's just get these washed, get the germs out. I've got this Dettol laundry cleanser that gets rid of all the bacteria. So I just spent the whole day doing the laundry as well as the books. I just, every now and then, I just did a couple of boxes of books, went out to the outhouse, literally it's like next door to the outhouse, went back into that outhouse and sorted the laundry, went back in to sort some books again, went back out. So I was like switching to and from. So yeah, it's taken all day to just get it all washed properly, because they're like 26, well actually half an hour washes, and then it takes a good like 2-3 hours to dry, and there were 2 separate big loads. So yes, getting it all done from like 11 a.m. I want to say, to 6 p.m, you know. So yeah, they're just drying the last little damp bits off, and then I can put it all away and it'll be fine. So I'm currently just drying my dressing gown on the heater in the lounge on a low heat, and in the bedroom here I've got my jumper and t-shirt just drying. It'll probably be dry pretty soon. I'll just leave them on there for like an hour and it probably will get dried nicely. And then tomorrow we're going to strip the bed because it's a new month. So I suggested stripping the bed, having a fresh set, you know, of a mattress protector, mattress sheet, duvet sheet, pillows, and a throw at the end of the bed, you know, just, yeah, get it all nice again. And yeah, all will be swell. So I'm very, very tired. I haven't done any reading today, so I'm probably going to listen to some Clockwork Princess. I did listen to some last night, I will tell you that now. And I am on chapter 6, page 125. So that is the page that I'm on. Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Is that some sauce? Have I spilt ketchup on my book? Oh my god. What? I'm gonna have to try and get rid of that. That's, oh my god. Trust me to spill ketchup on my book. Oh, just, oh man. I have to assess how I am tomorrow, to let my work how I am. I'm feeling more towards the end of a phased return to work, but like really short hours, because I am super exhausted still. After today, fucking knackered, but like, you know, a few hours of work concentrating on somebody else other than myself, I think that's gonna knacker me as well. So like, I was thinking like 3 shifts of like 4 hours, or like 2 shifts of 5 hours, just something to like warm up me on my first week and just see how I go. And then yeah, we'll just we'll just see. So I'll message my manager in the morning how I feel. If I feel really bad again, obviously I'll have to have another week off, but like you know, if I'm feeling okay. I've got bruised ribs as well at the moment, so I've just got to be careful, so I can, you know, as long as I make them aware that I've got bruised ribs and, you know, lack of energy, fatigue, a little bit lightheaded, but I'm able to like help work, then I've just got to be honest, you know, just got to be honest. So anyway, I'm gonna head off now so that I can listen to some more of this and then get some sleep. Tomorrow's another day. Got some bits to finish off, wrap up to film. I didn't get to film it today obviously, so I'm pushing it forwards to tomorrow. Sorting these bits over here possibly. Yeah, we'll see. Still got the rest of the week off to decide about certain things, but yeah, hopefully I'm getting stronger bit by bit. The fact that I managed to lift like 30 boxes is crazy. So yeah, anyways, I will speak to you guys hopefully tomorrow. Hello everybody, today is Thursday. I'm just going to quickly update you on everything that happened, although not really a lot, but stuff's happened this morning and like plans for the rest of today. So last night I literally put on the audiobook of Clockwork Princess. I probably listened to like a page. I did put a sleep timer on it luckily, and I fell asleep listening to it, which was obviously a good thing. I was absolutely exhausted from yesterday, from sorting out the books. And then today I woke up at 6 a.m. Nutmeg actually woke me up. She was just like, meow. And I was like, what do you want? It's too early for food. No. Went back to sleep again. Next minute I wake up just before Aaron gets home, so I just shut the door so that Aaron can come through the front door. And then I got up and get myself ready for the day, change my clothes, and then I saw the cats. I just sent Aaron to get me some more ibuprofen because I ran out of ibuprofen, and today I am incredibly unsteady on my feet. Compared to how I was the other day, it's like I'm two steps back, because yesterday I remember waking up and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like I felt better yesterday. So yesterday I felt like I took a step back, and today I feel worse than yesterday. So maybe it's like what I did yesterday has probably just been too much on me and on my body. I've got a headache at the moment. I'm just taking some paracetamol to hopefully cure that. And I'm currently got a Nesquik Clear chocolate one, and I've had a melon already this morning. So I wasn't feeling great, and my manager needed to know like how I was feeling so that she could know that I'd be back next week, so that she could like slot me in. And I said I'll see how I am Thursday. Obviously it's difficult because there's Thursday and then there's Tuesday. Like there's a few days in between. I could be better, I could be worse. It's really hard to determine how I'm going to feel, so I'm going to have to determine how I feel on the Thursday. So I told her exactly how I feel today, and I was just like, the way I am today, it looks unlikely that I'll be there next week. So I had to tell the office as well, because obviously I got to keep them informed, and I just said it's just looking like I won't be there next week either. So yeah, it's just the way it is. So I've got to, on Sunday or even Saturday, just put in a request through to have an extension. I think Sunday I have to, because it's to do with like you can do it from the date of. So if there was a way that I could do the extension from Monday again for the week, then just say yeah, unfortunately still ongoing. The doctor was correct. He's obviously been dealing with a lot more people, because he suggested 2 weeks. And I was like, let's do 1 week at a time. So, okay, yeah, I'm being a bit more sensible, but he was right. I needed another week. And I think I do. Like, I really think I do. Although I am doing more tasks, it's a slow process, and he said it was going to be a slow process. So, from what I did yesterday, which was a lot, and I did manage to do it, today I'm feeling the impact of it. So, it's just the way it is. So yes, I've been very upset this morning because obviously I was looking forward to a phased return to work next week, of working like either a few shifts of like 4 hours or a couple of shifts of like 5 hours. I don't think I could do more than 5 at the moment just because of how I am. It would just, you know, the fact that how I was yesterday, and that I spent, that was from like 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. So that's 7 hours, and that massively exhausted me. So that also helps to determine like how I will be, you know, with certain things. And I was doing laundry and sorting the books. So yeah, if that can give me an indication of like how it will be at work, and the fact that it would exhaust me after work and then make my day off worse, like, yeah, I don't want that. So yeah, I think 5 hours is like a good thing to start with, but I'm not great today. I'm really not great, and it really sucks because I do want to do like live reading sprints again. You know, I want to get back into all that sort of stuff, but man, I just can't. It's frustrating, but I can't. So it is the way it is. I've had my cry this morning. I've let it out. I've spoken to my nan. She really helped as well. And I've had a response from work, and they just said to keep resting and stuff and look after myself, and it's really sweet because I feel like I let them down. I know that I can't help being ill, but I always have that horrible feeling inside that because my shifts are being covered at the moment, I always feel like I let people down. So yeah, I've got that horrible feeling inside me. But on a good note, I received a lovely package today, and if you're watching, you know who you are. So it came here today. Wasn't expecting it at all. I just had this comment saying something is coming for you, and I was just like, what? So unfortunately, Amazon must have delivered it yesterday because it was in the box, so they must have delivered it quite late yesterday because I didn't see it at all. But it was already open, and I think that's just because the glue on these things are not like the best. And the book that was inside it was this, Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland. Like, oh my god. I got a lovely message on the inside saying, Casey, I love watching your channel. I hope you're feeling better. Happy birthday. Happy reading from Alicia Blanchard. Books and Things with Alicia. Oh my god. Like, it's just like the sweetest thing ever. Like, just, it's so nice to even now get really nice surprises like this. But I hear really good things about this one. And yeah, I'm just like, Kamai was warned to never open the black door, but she didn't listen. Everyone has a soul. Some are beautiful gardens, others are frightened in dungeons. Soul walkers like Kamai and her mother can journey into other people's souls while they sleep. But no matter where Kamai visits, she sees the black door. It follows her into every soul, and her mother has told her never ever to open it. When Kamai touches the door, it's warm and beating, like it has a pulse. When she puts her ear to it, she hears her own name whispered from the other side. And when tragedy strikes, Kamai does the unthinkable. She then opens the door. It's a dark fantasy, features court intrigue, romance, a main character coming to terms with her asexuality, so LGBT, and twists and turns as a seductive mystery unfolds that endangers not only Kamai's own soul, but the entire kingdom. This is really interesting. I heard it had LGBT rap, but I couldn't remember what it was. So, yeah. It feels so nice. Let's just see if there's anything. Ooh, okay. Nice little key there. I always like looking underneath. But actually, this is a gorgeous cover. It feels so nice. Thank you so much, Alicia, for sending this to me. You really didn't have to, but I love you so much. It just means so much. It sounds so good. Like, I'll probably end up like reading it pretty soon. I say that about all my books, but like, you know, but it's that font I really enjoy. I like this font. Ooh, I'm so intrigued by this book. But yeah, so now on to what I'm actually reading. I didn't really listen to a lot, like I say, last night from Clockwork Princess, and I did manage to get most of the tomato sauce out. Can't believe that. What an idiot. So I started listening to chapter 6, and I think I literally listened to like 2 pages. So I'm probably on like page 128 or something, but I'll read it anyway. But just then when I was reading the synopsis of that book, it is a bit wobbly, so I'm just like, oh, great. Today we changed the bed sheets as well. Just trying to get rid of all COVID germs, and obviously should change the sheets every month anyway. So we've got fresh bed, fresh pillows, fresh sheet, fresh mattress protector. I'm just currently washing the bed sheets from previously. Just had to do 2 separate loads because there's so much. So that load should be finished in a few minutes time, and then when that load is finished, I'm going to move it over to the tumble and put the tumble on, and then whilst I'm at that, I'm going to finish off the last 2 boxes of books that I just have not taken pictures of. I numbered all of the pictures last night. I'm going to also check and make sure that I have numbered the pictures correctly as well, and yeah, I am stoked to have some more boxes come in a couple of days, hopefully, to box the rest of the books. Yes. The strange thing about like being unwell is I'm a little bit more fearless. Like, it's really weird, and I think it's just because of this like fuzzy feeling going on, that when I was in the bookshed yesterday, I had no fear about hoovering up spiders like at the back of the shed. Like there was a fat ass spider at the back of the shed, and I just got the hoover and I was like, yeah, take this. Before, I was too scared to use the hoover on them. Like, I was like, oh my god, you know, they'll jump at me, the hoover head will fall off. But I just get the hoover and I just went, yeah, take that sucker. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm like some crazy, got some superpower or something at the moment. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's like I'm a bit more fearless, like more honest in what I say, and like, yeah, I don't know, it's very strange. So yesterday when I sorted the books, I brought in the last box of books I brought in the last box of books of finished books, of some standalones. So I've got them like over here. So I've got 3 boxes of books now of my red books. So series, standalones. There's like 2 boxes of series and 1 box of standalones. So they're over there, and I have gone through them and I've been like, yes, I want to keep these ones. So they're in there, they're ones that I do want to keep. So yeah, so they're my red books. So that frees up a bit of space in there. There's literally just like the bookshelf that I had in the flat, and the rereads, and the shelf by the door to just box up. But I'll box those up when the boxes arrive. But yeah, I've just got 2 more boxes out of the boxes that I've got to just take pictures and number, and then I've got them all on my phone, which is brilliant. And then I'll know exactly where the books are, what box the books are. I've labelled them pretty well. So yeah, I've got my little box here of sellotape and label and pen and all of that, so I can label the last couple of boxes. So yeah, it's all coming to plan with the book shed, and then I look forward to getting a new shed at some point. Shed / some house, it'll be something that I've just got to save up for. But at least for now, the books are in boxes and I can just, you know, find them from the boxes. And yeah, it's interesting because so far there are less boxes of books, like number wise, compared to in the garage, and I think that's just because I did use a lot of smaller boxes and the little crate boxes, but I'm using the crate boxes for my stuff in the bedroom at the moment. I'm storing my jewellery and stuff, so they don't hold as much as obviously the big boxes of books, so obviously there's less boxes being used. So there's 30 at the moment that I've labelled, and I think there's 2 more boxes, 32 at the minute, and there are a few more books to box up, so there could be like, I don't know really, I feel like the rereads might be like 2 boxes, so that would be 30, so what are we on, 30, 32, 34, and then probably 37, 38, maybe 39, so very close to how many I had in the garage, but still very close. And then again, I've got the reads here, and I've got the books here, and yes, okay, yeah, no, ignore exactly what I said, I've just got too many books. I've got so many books, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I am a reader. I do read them. As I'm going through them yesterday, I was just like, oh my god, like, getting excited about all of them again, and I took a few out actually. I've put them here. I've taken out the Throne of Glass series, Truth Witch I found, My Dark Vanessa, Sapphire Blue, because I was like, ooh, really want to read that soon. Burn for Burn by Jenny Hanshbaum Vivian, because I read the whole trilogy, Lara Jean trilogy. Did I mention I Miss You, which is the 3rd book that's in the Dimly series, and you know how much I love the first 2 books. And A Court of Frost and Starlight I managed to find as well. So I've pulled those out of the shed, and I've added them to my monthly TBR pot, because I'm planning on like pulling it out after I read my current reads and seeing which one comes out of what I read next. But at the same time, I do need to stick to my March TBR, which is on a board at the back, which you won't be able to see because Assassin's Blade is blocking it, but I've got a whiteboard and it's got all 5 books on it. Fledgling is going to be the ebook that I'm going to be reading next week. I can't remember the author of it, but it's only got like 200 and something pages, but we're going to read it for the week and then discuss it at the end of the week. So that is going to be the ebook that goes towards the World of Kit Kats. Then I've got The Kingdom of Flesh and Fire for fantasy, Dolphin Diaries book for the children's middle grade, Cardcaptor Sakura's the unwrapped book, and Serpent and Dove is my book club book. I might read Serpent and Dove after these couple of reads actually, because I've got such an urge for that one. I hear so many good things about it. So yeah. But yes, main priority, Clockwork Princess, and also A Court of Mist and Fury reread. This, I am page 170. I haven't read much of it, and that is just purely because I'm on this book and I'm loving it so much. So we shall see how I feel. I could, you know, I don't know. I could mood read. I could go on to the books back there. I don't really know. It all depends on how I feel and stuff. So we shall see. It's Friday and I'm here to update you on everything. I've got something really exciting to share with you. So I literally have this dolphin ornament right here, and I've had it for years. I use this as like a pen holder. I'm not really sure if that's what it's meant to be for, but I quite like it. It was in the book shed. It's travelled with me like everywhere. This was given to me by a really good friend years and years ago when I was really young. Basically my aunt, who lives in Windsor, she would always do like garden parties. And then unfortunately her husband died, and then my granddad died, and it all kind of like fell apart with all of that. And then their neighbours next door, they had a daughter called Shauna, and We used to like hang whilst they had the garden parties, and I always remember her mum, she was like the sweetest thing ever, and her little brother as well. And yeah, like I remember taking like a mint, like they when I went into the house, had a mint, but I was shown Shauna's bedroom, and I was like, oh my god, dolphin, like, and this one I saw the ornament, and she was like, do you want it, like you can have it if you want. And I was like, oh my god. And literally she wrote on the bottom of it, this, to Katie from Shauna, and I was just like, oh my god. So I've carried it with me ever since. And then I was looking at it literally when I moved it in to the lounge, and I was like, I wonder whatever happened to Shauna, because I moved and like we just lost contact. And then I just had a sudden urge, I like messaged my nan, and I was like, oh, do you still keep in contact with Auntie Linda Moore? And she was like, yeah, we message. And I was like, oh, I'm wondering if you can find out for me like what happened with Shauna and her family. And she came back and she was like, oh yeah, they moved, unfortunately the mum passed away quite recently, and Shauna moved to Germany. And I was like, oh my god. And she was like, I was like, do you have like a surname or like any contact details? And she had a surname and a mobile number, and I thought, let's just chance this. So I added the mobile number to my WhatsApp, to my actual phone, and then I saw on WhatsApp the number was there, and I looked at the picture and it looked so much like Shauna, and I was just like, this has got to be her. So I like messaged, and I'll place the picture over here, and I literally was like, hi, are you like Shauna? And she's like, yeah, I am. And I said, hi, it's me, Katie. And I sent the picture of the ornament. I said, do you remember giving this to me? My aunt had the garden parties and so on and so forth. And she was like, oh my god, yeah, I remember you. So it's a surreal moment, because it's been so many years from then. Like, you know, I mean, I'm 31 now, and it's just like, I can't remember how old we were then. Like I was, what, I don't know, were we like 12, 13 or something like that? I mean, this is years ago, but this is just like one of those stories that you see of like friends reuniting, and I really can't believe it. And yes, she does, she lives in Germany near Berlin. She says it's like amazing there. And I was like looking at flights already. I was like, oh my god, like wouldn't it be so cool to go to like London Heathrow and then go to Berlin and then like stay there or something. Like, oh, it just brings a tear to my eye, because like this has just made my day, if not my month, if not my year. Like, it's just when you just have that childhood, you know, when you read those like YA books, and then you're like about friends that, and then one moves away and then they lose contact and then they move back and then somehow they come into contact. It's like one of those stories, but like, you know, just it makes me cry. Sorry, it's happy tears, I promise, but it's just just one of those like amazing stories of people just reuniting and stuff, and it's just amazing. Like, we've been sort of like catching up a little bit this morning, but she's gone to a meeting, and I know that we'll be messaging even more, but I just can't believe that this has happened. Like, I literally can't believe it. And we did go onto books, because she was asking if I had an Instagram, and I did tell her. I said it's linked to my YouTube. I said basically I do booktube, talk about books, and she was like, oh, I need recommendations. And I was like, you read books? Like, this is really cool. And I just said, what sort of books do you read? She's mostly reading non-fiction at the moment. I don't read a lot of non-fiction myself. I can't remember the last non-fiction book I read was that cat book. But yeah, obviously I'm more into like my fictional stuff. So I just told her what I normally read. I said I mostly read young adult books. I also read like new adult books, chick lits, paranormals, fantasies, you know, all sorts, to be honest. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I will read. So yeah, and I just said basically my Instagram, my YouTube and my Twitter, they're all the same name, so if you do want to see it, then you can. So I don't know if maybe like Shauna's going to be watching this video, but it'll be like crazy. Yeah, it's just a massively surreal thing that's just happened, and it's just amazing. Like, when friends reunite, I just like, I can't believe it. Like, and it's amazing we've somehow still managed to have contact. It's almost like fate in a way, but I reached out, and you know, I've got that, like, it's almost like with my half sister Robin. She reached out to me when I was like 18 or something like that, or 19, and she sent a letter and she wanted to meet, and ever since we've been really close. Like, as half sisters should be. We are like sisters, really. You don't even really think about the half. So yeah, it's crazy, like things like that, when you just sort of think one person reaches out and then you're in contact ever since, and then it's just like, it's amazing. I always love like lifelong friendships anyway. I'm still friends with people that I went to secondary school with. Like Natalie was my first secondary school friend, and Emily was my second secondary school friend, and we've still remained friends ever since. You know, I love those friendships that just, no matter what, they're just really, really long and stuff. So yeah, that happened this morning. Crazy. Not a lot has happened really. I've just been on the laptop, to be honest, dawdling around, and then I've been contacting with Shauna, and then I've had a half melon this morning. I've had a wash. The weather is beautiful again. I don't know if I can try and like show you, but the sun is shining. It's really difficult when there's like, you know, net curtains, I suppose, but the sun is shining. It's such a beautiful day. I was gonna get some plastic boxes today, but I haven't received a text, so it might be that they'll arrive tomorrow, because it happened with the first load of plastic boxes. I had an email saying you'll get it like this day, you'll receive a text when you'll get it, and I haven't received a text, and then they came the next day. So it might be a similar situation with DPD, because that's where they're delivered with, but it will, you know, be delivered on a different day. So I will probably get it tomorrow, Saturday. Hopefully I do, because obviously it's the last day of the week to be getting a delivery. I don't know if DPD deliver on a Sunday, but it would be nice to get it, and hopefully the weather will be nice even tomorrow. It's a shame they didn't come today because the weather's so nice. I would have loved to have boxed the rest of the books up and taken the pictures, and then I would have had all of the boxes done. It's very exciting, just having them all done, and I can access them, and that they're all protected from the weather. That's the main thing. I said to Aaron, I said, look, I'm taking this money from my savings, because savings is for the shed, but in order to have the shed I need the books to be in boxes, to be like protected from the weather until I save up for a new shed / summer house. So yeah, so I don't know what the plan is for today. I mean, the weather is really, really nice. I did do loads of reading. Where is it? Yesterday, of Clockwork Princess last night. So I'm like this far through. I listened to quite a few chapters actually. I can tell you now, I am page 218. I was listening and reading, and then I ended up listening, and then I fell asleep, so I don't actually know. So 218 was the last page that I put a bookmark in. So I did read quite a few chapters. Like, I'm on the chapter Like Water Upon Sand. I'll just quickly flick to the next chapter just so I can just tell you what chapter I'm on. But yeah, I did a load of reading last night. So I'm on chapter 10 and I was on chapter 6. So I listened to 6, 7, 8, 9 and a bit of 10. So that's really good. Yeah, I would like to do a bit more reading. I'm loving this book so far. I literally like had a scene where like, oh my goodness, just like both of the main male characters just, I don't want to spoil, but like just when they are like saying feelings, and I'm just like, if you guys have read it, you'll know what I mean. But when they're just like, and then it's just like, and it's just like the sweetest thing ever. I'm literally just like, oh man, I love both the two main characters in this book like so much. Like, oh my goodness, just Jem is a cinnamon roll, and Will is just like that dark, broody character that you just can't help but love. Especially when he like shows his feelings and stuff, and like protects people, and oh my goodness, I just love them both. Like Jem is just like a gentleman, and like Will is just like, you know, oh I don't know, it's just, I love them so much. Like, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm so hooked on it. I don't want to read anything else until I finish this book so much. So I haven't gone to like A Court of Mist and Fury since. I've literally just been so hooked on this book. So yeah, you know, yesterday I was like, oh, I haven't done any reading today, like I should really do some reading. And then I was like, okay, I'll listen to the audiobook. And then I kept waking up like every hour, every 2 hours. I had a rubbish moment of sleep, But sometimes I would wake up and I'd be really wired and awake, and I'm like, oh my god, did my body just want a nap or something? So then I'd listen and read again, and that's how I managed to do a load of reading. So I was aiming for like half an hour's worth of reading, and I ended up doing even more than that. So technically this morning I did do some reading as well, because it was in the hours of like 1 a.m, 2 a.m. So yeah, I would like to do some reading today. It is slowly coming up to lunch. Aaron's just gone to the shops. He's going to go and buy some lunch. I did say to him, I was like, you know, could you like get a sandwich and like some skips? I was like, I just love skips. And I just said, can you get some Licky Licks for the cats? Licky Licks, if you don't know, is like a little liquid that you put on cat food, and these cats love it. They haven't had it for like a month, and I know that Tesco's up the road just sell it, and I was like, oh, can you just get some Licky Licks, and then they can like have some Licky Licks as like a little treat on their food. I normally just use one sachet for like both of their little food bowls, and I just mix it in, and they just, yes, love it. It's a topping for their food, but yeah. So Aaron will be back like any minute. But yeah, I've got like a little checklist for today. So I always say every day to vlog, so I've vlogged now, which is brilliant. I've got to upload a video later tonight. I've got here to read, edit some videos. I did put down here plastic boxes and sort books. The plastic boxes haven't arrived, so I can't do that. But yeah, are you guys liking the books in the background? It's a temporary fix. Anyways, I'm gonna head off now. Speak to you soon. Today is Saturday, and I'm here to update you on everything that's been going on, as well as like my plans for the rest of today. So unfortunately the plastic boxes didn't arrive yesterday, so I couldn't sort the rest of the books, and they're not going to come today either. I did like look up on DPD and it said that they'll arrive Monday, so I will just have to wait the whole weekend. But my car on Monday is going to go in to have the indicator switch fixed, because it's currently not indicating at the moment unless I hold it down. It sometimes works like that way, so luckily there's not too many turns before I have to go to the garage. So I've already spoken to my nan, and I've asked her, I said, look, are you home Monday? Or if not, just leave the door unlocked and then I can like chill out there. I sorted my ebooks out. I was like putting some more onto my Kindle. I was looking at my Kindle, and then I dangerously went onto NetGalley, and I was looking at NetGalley US and NetGalley UK, and I requested some. That's why it's a dangerous place. And I got approved for some, like I'm auto approved for some books, and I was really excited actually, because I was auto approved for a couple of books, and I was just like, oh my god, I can read it now. So that's really cool. I'm really excited for those. One of them actually comes out this month, but I don't know like when I'll read it, like this month. I do kind of want to read it, but like I just don't know when. Like there's just so many books at the moment I just really want to read, and I just don't have the time. Don't have the time. I'm really mood reading at the moment. This month I'm just like mood reading, although I do have my World of Kit Kats books, which, you know, I have put books that I want to you know, read towards, that I can pick and choose from. I want to kind of get like the World of Kit Kats books done this month, and then I can just read whatever the hell I want for like the rest of it. But I am starting off with a book that I did start in the month of February, literally like the last day of Feb pretty much. But having said that, I am a good chunk through it now. So look at that. That is what I've got left to read. And I was working it out, there's 570 pages in this book, and I am literally on 358. I'm very, very close to 370, which would mean only 200 pages left. So I've literally just got like, so that's 6, so it's 12, 6, so like 106 pages for Saturday and 106 pages for Sunday pretty much. And then I will have this read as my first book of March. But oh my goodness, so much is happening in this book, so many feels and stuff, and I have only just realised the inside of the dust jacket has this. Yeah, there's a timeline. Oh, okay, well that was a spoiler. So if you ever purchase the Clockwork Princess Collective First Edition, do not look at the back. Although I did kind of get spoiled anyway, because I was like on Google and I got spoiled at who has kids with who, and yeah, so I really kind of did get spoiled, but the timeline kind of reveals like who has kids with who. So look at it at the end of the book and don't go on Google. Like, that's my hint to you. But obviously this is first time read for me. I've held off because I've had a thing about like, I don't like finishing series, and I don't like series to end that I'm enjoying, but obviously I need to, and I've slowly been doing that like fairly recently. And yeah, this will conclude the Infernal Devices trilogy. I am really enjoying this more than the Mortal Instruments, I'm gonna have to say. Like, I know a lot of people do say that, but I actually am. Like, I feel like there's just so much more that happens in this trilogy, and it's like really steampunk, and just the brotherly love between Jem and Will is just like, oh man, like you just don't know who to pick, because Jem's like the gentleman, really, really kind and sweet, and then Will's just like the dark broody person, but at the same time he's pretty like, you know, caring and stuff, and fights from his heart sort of thing. So it's very difficult, like, who do you pick? Like, I just love both. At first I was like, oh, I just love William Herondale, and then Jem just like came across the page, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you know, Jem's like really, really sweet, and oh my god. And now I just love them both, and yeah, so many feels in this book. Like, something has just happened in this book, and I'm really sad, but at the same time I'm remaining optimistic that something happens because of how I got spoiled. So I'm just like, okay, I've spoiled myself on something. Something has happened in the book. I don't believe it because of the spoiler, and yeah, so I'm really, really enjoying this book though. And the audiobook is narrated by Daniel Kramer? Daniel? I was googling it last night. Daniel Sharman, who is the actor of Cole from the Originals TV show on Netflix. And oh my god, like as I'm listening to it, and I'm like, this guy's really brilliant. Like, he changes his voices for all the characters. Every male has a different voice, every female has a different voice. And he's brilliant. Like, he's literally one of the best narrators I've ever listened to. Hence why I really, really enjoy listening to the audiobook as well as physically reading. I do have it on a speed that I'm listening to the same speed as I read, so that's really handy that I'm flowing through the book really fast. Hence why I managed to read like a good chunk of it literally last night / early hours of this morning. But yeah, like, when I found that out, I was like, oh my god, like, this is like even better. And then when I really listen, I can actually hear his voice. But he's brilliant because there's certain languages in this book. There's Welsh that's like written in this book as well, and there is, I can't remember like what Jem is, but like his like native language is in it as well, and he reads it like he's fluent. Like, it's brilliant. especially his Welsh. And because Will and his sister are Welsh, he gives them a Welsh accent when he like says what they're saying. Like, I don't know, he's just brilliant. Like, it's really, really good. It's probably one of the best audiobooks that I can ever list. If I had to do a favourite audiobooks video, I would definitely say this one. Daniel Sharman's amazing. Like, he should narrate more books. Like, I think this is the only one he's narrated, but he should do more. Like, so good. So I'll be reading more of this today. It'd be crazy if I like finished it, but you know, anything can happen really. Like, I just want to read from it. I want to get it read by the end of this week so that I can start fresh next week, because I've got the buddy read with Cece, which is for fledgling the ebook. So I want to start next week fresh, but that's the main book I'm reading at the moment. Yeah, it's very difficult because when I'm reading a book, I'm always thinking about what am I going to read afterwards. So I'm just sort of thinking, like, after Clockwork Princess, I've got to be reading Fledgling, which is a really, really short book. It's like 240 pages or something. So I'm hoping if I get that read within the first few days of next week, then I will continue on with A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas, because I'm a little chunk through this one, and I'm buddy reading it along with Rosie, aka VP, so needs to continue on with that really. I'm doing pretty well for like video editing. I edited loads of videos yesterday. I've literally got, I think, one that I have not edited yet, and that's like a different surprise sort of video, but I've literally got a video a day going up at the moment, and yeah, I'm planning on editing my weekly vlog like tomorrow. I need to like have a look at the footage. If it really is too long, I'm gonna split it like Monday to Friday and then weekend vlog, but if it isn't too bad, I'll keep it as one vlog. I just don't want you guys to be bored and stuff. I know you guys said that you don't mind it being in one long video, but at the same time, like, I don't really know, like, I always feel like I bore you guys with me talking and stuff. So the sun is shining. You can probably see it like behind me and stuff. I'll just like rotate as well. Yeah, the sun's shining. It's a really nice day today. The skies are blue, the clouds are up. I think next week's meant to be the shitty weather. Like, I think it's meant to like rain and stuff next week, so I don't really know. But yeah, so this weekend I'm just gonna be chilling. Tomorrow will be like video editing and stuff. So yeah, just gonna be doing some reading. Yeah, how I'm feeling today, I'm feeling better than I was the other day, so that's good. I don't like saying that because like I'll touch wood, but like I feel like I just will jinx it and stuff. Been quite excited to get the new place today as well. I was looking at the pictures again of the new build that we're gonna get. Very excited for when that arrives. I'm excited for getting a new shed, but yeah, new place is first, and then I can save up for sorting the garden and the shed, yeah, when the time comes. But yeah, I'm really excited for all of that sort of stuff. I'm excited to return back to work, hopefully week after next, because I've got an extension for next week, because I was so wobbly the other day on Thursday, that I had to let my work know how I was feeling, and because I was feeling like that, I had to obviously say that I couldn't come in, because obviously my shifts need to be covered. So unfortunately I have to request an extension on Sunday, which the doctor was already prepared for. He already knows that I'm going to be like requesting something, so that should be approved on Monday. But yeah, like, touch wood, I am getting a bit better, but obviously, like I say, I was like this like beginning of the week, and then I went a bit downhill again, so I'm just going to take it easy and relax. If I want to nap, I'll nap, you know. I am feeling quite tired still, but I had a very broken sleep. Yeah, just gonna do what I can do and see how I feel and stuff. It's nearly lunchtime anyway, it's coming up 10 to 12. But yeah, I got a good rest of the day, and now that this is why it's like my favourite time of the year, like spring, summer, because the daylight just lasts a lot longer, which I prefer. Like, it gets lighter before 7 now, and it doesn't get dark until like, I think after like 6 or just after 6 p.m. Summer's brilliant because that's when it like stays light until like 9 p.m, which is crazy, and I love it. That's why summer's like my favourite season, because more daylight means I can get to do things more in the daylight. I don't know why, I'm just happy in the daytime. Nighttime I'm more sleepy and not wanting to do like a lot. So I don't know if anybody else feels the same. Let me know down below, what season is your favourite season. I know that some people prefer winter and stuff, they like the cold, and some people like the autumn, you know, that's when you get in your blankets and all the beautiful leaves and stuff. But yeah, for me it's summer, but I want to know what you guys feel. Let me know what you're reading down below as well, and if you've read this book, or if you've read this book as well, what you thought about them. Yeah, so I'm gonna head off now, and yeah, I'm gonna get some reading done. Steph is doing some reading sprints, and she's doing long ones as well, so this will be good. Hopefully I can get a nice good chunk read. I'll probably listen to Mr. Sharman reading my book to me whilst I'm reading. So yeah, that's all I've really got plans for today, just to relax and just see where the day takes me. Hey guys, it's Sunday. I'm here to update you on everything, as well as let you know what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the day, for the last day of the week. So yes, I pretty much did exactly what I said. I just chilled, did a load of reading and relaxed. I watched a couple of episodes of Dawson's Creek in the evening when I was having some dinner. For dinner I had a veggie burger with some chips and some salad. It was really, really nice. I absolutely love veggie burgers so much, so it's really nice that my taste has come back, and I'm so glad that my taste still enjoys veggie burgers. So yeah, and then I sat up in bedroom at like 8 p.m. I was just like, I don't know, I've just been going into the bedroom like really early. I've just been sat in here and I'm like, do I really like want to do anything and stuff in here? So I just go and settle in the bedroom, and then I just kind of like read or chill. And then I dozed off like roughly around like 10:30 or something like that, which actually is kind of like early for me. I did wake up at like 6 a.m. randomly. So I did wake up a couple of times. I woke up just a bit before that, like 3 a.m, 3:45 I think I remember, because I did tweet. The cats were just going wild and they woke me up. And then yeah, I woke up around 6 and I was like, oh, too early. And then the final time I woke up was 5 to 8, and I was like, I'll just get up, sorted the cats out with their food and their litter, and then yeah, I gave the kitchen a clean, did some washing up, and then I went to have a wash, and that's why my hair's nice and fresh and curly. Yeah, so I've washed new clothes, I'm all clean, which is brilliant. I feel pretty good today. I'm not so dizzy wobbly, which is like really good. So touch wood. This is a good thing. I've literally just requested my extension for next week, because unfortunately I had to give notice from Thursday, and I wasn't great on Thursday. So I've got one more week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if this is how I'm going to be, then yeah, hopefully I'll be on the mend to go back on a phased return, and then slowly just go back to work. I literally just can't wait. I just want something different in my life. I mean, obviously it's great being at home, chilling, doing stuff like, and just relaxing, but at the same time, money's got to be earned in order to get things sorted and all of that. So yeah, my ribs were a bit painful earlier. I sneezed. Every time I sneeze, they just pull the ribs. And I just took some paracetamol and ibuprofen. And then I've just sat about here reading, because Maddie is doing 10 o'clock reading sprints, like Sunday morning reading sprints for like a few hours every Sunday. And I was sat there waiting. I've been here, so we've done 45-minute sprint. So I literally have 56 pages left of Clockwork Princess. This will easily be read today, like easily. There's only a few chapters left, and I am so loving this book, like so much. I'm just like trying to look at like how many chapters. There's like one chapter and an epilogue, and a little note. That is literally it. That's the last 56 pages of the book. Wow, what a roller coaster. Really good book. Such a good book. So can't wait to finish this. When I do finish this, probably in the next sprint that they do. So when I finish this, I'm going to go on to my unwrapped book. Would you believe it? I'm reading an unwrapped book. And that is Kitkatscanread, the first bind up, book number 1. It's a chunky manga, but at the same time I always fly through my mangas, so you know, and if I really enjoy this book bind up, I'll have a look and see if they've got the other bind ups as well, and get hold of them. I think I did read this, maybe I did or didn't, I can't remember if I did buy this when I was like, no, I think it was another manga series. I used to always save up and buy myself a manga like every week, and I remember reading Chobits. I loved that series. Yeah, I used to really fly through my mangas and get really into them back in the days when it was anime and manga. Miss those days. So yeah, that is like literally like what I'm going to be reading after this. I'm going to be starting this, and then if I somehow finish this, because it is a manga, I will like fly through it quite easily. I'm probably going to go on to the Dolphin Diaries book, because that's a short book. I just want to keep it to like short books, because tomorrow I'm starting my read for the ebook that I'm reading with Cece, which is Fledgling, and yeah, I want to like start the week fresh, if that makes sense. So I've repainted my nails as well, you guys can probably tell. The weather's starting to pick up. It's been really cold this morning. The sun's just starting to come out. As long as it's a nice day. The plastic boxes, I did have a look yesterday. They're going to arrive Monday. So yeah, as for what to do today, because there's nothing that's really going to arrive, or I've done like everything I needed to do. All it'll be is later on to like in the night, like when I'm going to bed, to upload a video to YouTube. It's what I do, just, you know, that way the internet is just being used primarily for the video, and whilst I'm sleeping, you know, I'm not going to use a lot of data, so it won't stop it from uploading to YouTube. Whereas in the day I use the Wi-Fi by, you know, going on reading sprints, watching Netflix, possibly gaming, I don't know, but yeah. So today, just chilling really. There's the sprints going on, so I'm going to use those to my advantage and get some reading done, catch up. Yeah, hopefully it'll be great to get a couple of books read, because then it'll be like 2 books down for March. And also a book off of my actual TBR, which is good, because this wasn't. This wasn't. That's always the way. We're all mood readers, let's face it. So yeah, so I'm going to head off now to do some more reading. They've just started the next sprint, so I'm going to read some more of this. And yeah, I will speak to you guys soon about how my reading's going and stuff. And if I do finish this, I'll vlog for you guys. Just finished Clockwork Princess. Absolutely loved it. I'm now going to be going on to Kitkatscanread Omnibus number 1, which contains the first 3 volumes of the manga series. So I told the cats yesterday that they're traitors for sleeping on the bed with Aaron and leaving me on my own in the living room. And today, you know Kitty? This Kitty. They are with me today. It's like they knew. It's like they understand exactly what I said, but I just find it pretty amusing. Luna's been in here with me today, like, especially, she loves being on the bed. But yeah, like, Nutmeg's just like way over there. like by the window. They do enjoy the sunshine, I must admit, and yesterday wasn't a great day, so maybe that could be why. Just wanted to quickly update you. There's one more sprint that book browsing blog Magdi is doing, and I've got literally the final book in my Cardcaptor Sakura manga left. There's 40 minutes, as you can see there on the timer, so I'm going to get this read, and then this will be book number 2 completed this week, today, as well as for March. I'm excited. It's 4:30 and I have just finished Cardcaptor Sakura, the bind up, and I absolutely loved it. I'm going to enter it onto Corpal in a second, and as of what I'm going to read next, because I've still got a few hours of the rest of today, I want to read something really short and also something that is my TBR for the month, and that is going to be Riding the Storm, the third Dolphin Diaries book. It's really short, but yeah, and I can wipe Cardcaptor Sakura off my board now, which is brilliant. So it's one less book read, and then this is another book that's on my TBR, which is awesome. And this one will be on my World of Kit Kats TBR. So yeah, just slowly going through the board. After Dolphin Diaries, I probably will pick up something else. I'm not entirely sure yet. I've got so many books I can choose from, but I'm going to mood read a book after Dolphin Diaries. Tomorrow I'll be starting the ebook Fledgling with Cece, as I've mentioned before. So that's another book that's on my March TBR. So yeah, slowly going through my actual TBR, which is brilliant. And then literally like after Dolphin Diaries, I can cross that off. Fledgling I'll start tomorrow, and then all I've really got is Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, Serpent and Dove, and also The Knife of Never Letting Go I need to add to the board as well, because that's my popular book. So hopefully I can get to that, and then I've got a couple of review books I might get to this month as well. I shall see if I can get to them. But yeah, it's nice to cut down a TBR. It feels really, really good. And yeah, so on to my third book of the month and third book of today. That is the end of this vlog. Thank you so much for watching my vlog. I know they're long, appreciate you guys watching it so much, but I hope you guys have enjoyed it all the same, and if you have, just hit the like button. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. Twitter, Instagram, Goodreads, my personal blog, my gaming channel, and my Amazon wishlist are there too for you guys to take a gander. Let's be friends, let's chat. I absolutely love making friends with absolutely everybody. But keep smiling, keep reading, be happy, and most importantly, please stay safe. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful awesome people in my next video. Bye!